All right. New round. Fairytale Fables. Let's do Artemis, Tinkerbell, Guanyin, Fafnir. I'm going to take Fafnir and just tempo up. Although the problem with Fafnir is then all of a sudden you're incentivized to buy a cat. And then when you buy one cat, they just tend to spread. Cats are the true super spreaders in this game. The problem with that is, it's not that I have a problem with a cat game. It's just, you know, I have plenty of cat content already. Come on. How can you play this game and not have some cat content already? Are you even playing the game? You end up playing some kind of cat on a lot of boards at some point. Just with how flexible they're buffing your whole board. Well, we got a sync player in here. Somebody is in here with me. Oh, I need to triple some stuff with Fafnir here. I like speculating on Smiling Sprout out of the very first shop sometimes, but I can't talk myself into it. Wow, these really stink. I'm going to buy this just because I can put an attack on it this turn, and because I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to buy what is the... Okay, you know what? I still have not learned the name of the analog to Black Cat. What is the level 2 cat called? Wait. Ah, we don't need to see the fight. This fight's not important. I'm sure I tied or took 3 damage or did 3 damage. What is this cat called? Sleeping. Sleeping cat. All right. Pretty convinced we're going to want a sleeping cat. 30 round turned into a hero attack build with stars and Oberon. Yeah. A lot of the getting held hostage fight situations tended to boil down to stars a lot in my experience. And hero attack. The 2 main offenders. Yeah. I kind of want to start getting some hero power value. So I'm going to roll pretty aggressively to get this. I called it a sword squire. Oh, it is. Yeah. I'm going to roll pretty aggressively to get the tripled sword squire. And then I'll be looking for cat boxes and sleeping cats probably. Just as good tempo pieces. Turns out I didn't lose the last fight that we weren't watching because I was too busy browsing the collection. Wow, perfect hits. Incredible hits. Ah, there it is. Yep, got to do it. Not exactly stoked, not actually upset, just, I don't know. I got no problem playing cats. I just don't really want to play cats too much. But the hero power says do it. Do it. And we should put the +1 HP on the thing with a little extra attack. If it has a chance to survive a hit, then it has a chance to trade better with everything else than anything else on my board. Oh yeah, cats. Well, the thing is, you don't know what you're playing until level 5, in my opinion, just in general. You don't get to go anything on levels 2, 3, and 4. You can start collecting some pieces, and you can certainly be set up to have 1,000 cats by the time you're level 5, but yeah. I want to go where the game tells me to go. I want the game to show me something neat to do, and then I just want to follow that and have it work out swimmingly. That's how I like to and want to play this game. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, I want to fight against high attack. Ho-ho. I'm not worried about your high attack. All right, so we got to skip this treasure because we want the board buff. Nothing I cared about too much here anyway. Then buy a 1-cost item because 1-cost items are what make the world go round. Then, okay. Grab up one of those. Again, skipping the treasure, but what do I want to buy? I kind of want that Determined Plowman. Yeah, I skipped the treasure. I'm going to sell an item for it. That Determined Plowman could be fun. Only has a tempo piece, but it's still a really solid tempo piece. Let's sell the sword so we can put the shield on the Plowman. Okay. And I got a free roll here. I want to triple the Plowman. I want to find something interesting and neat that I'm looking for. I think I just let these go. Cat box is just so strong with the Fafnir power. I'll hover over Fafnir for a moment so you can read it, but... Or your characters have +0/0. Increase the buff by +2/1 when you skip a treasure. I've skipped 2 treasures. My whole entire board's getting +4/2. Saw Endo's hero list. You know, I made one somewhere too long ago in the beta for it to be relevant, Sir Strat. Might be interesting exercise to sit down and redo one of them. I might want to play a little bit more this week before I do that, though, too. Well, I don't have one yet. If there is another one, it would probably just be floating around the Discord somewhere. I definitely am going to take a pair of Acolytes. Having a pair of 5/5 ranged in the back is pretty not bad in my estimation. I think I'm going to take the damage and hope that I can do something with that 1 extra gold on the roll, because I still have this item to sell. I could buy a 2 out the shop right now, for instance, but maybe there's like a 1 cost item, a spell. Yep, I'm so happy I did it. Do I care about these 2s? Not particularly, so I'd rather just grab the sword and play the spell. I like the chameleon, but casting the spell is much more useful to me, in my opinion. All right, this looks good. I want to triple the Acolyte now. I might actually take that treasure. I do feel like I should take a treasure here in one of the next couple of... Strat, let me help. I'm not saying that you don't know the art to Jeanne d'Arc, but I definitely don't, so there you go. If you need a reference point. Since I'm guessing you're just looking at a bunch of pictures of heroes. Oh, but I see the timer going behind the collection. We can track it. Watch it go. Watch it go. Watch it go. Oh, we got 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. That's all you get. I hope that was enough for you to be able to find it in the tier list. B tier. I have played it. Wait, what? Oh, that's just they didn't play. Sometimes people surrender, and I don't know if that's just because they like, I don't know if that person got drawn into the sync lobby and they surrendered and we got the save board. It used to be that you could get an empty surrendered saved board, but I don't think I've seen a lot of that since last week, like since Wednesday, to where I thought Lara might have put some logic in place that you couldn't. I don't know. I don't know what it means. B tier probably... Hang on, what does it even do? I don't even remember. Each 2 times by a character. Yeah, B tier probably feels about right to me. It does fine always, but amazing never. That's kind of my Jeanne d'Arc honest review. Generally good, not terribly exciting. I don't like the tempo options I'm being offered here. This will grow to be like a 15-15, 17-17. It's not... Some folks that I've seen get pretty darn excited about getting these Vamp Daggers on 3, and it's good. It's good. You should definitely think about that. And Vamp Dagger on Consti, so Consti is just constantly growing. It's gravy, baby. But I don't know that you need to be overly focused on picking up a Vampire Dagger every time you go to level 3. I think most of the time I get out of level 3 without one. But if it conveniently shows up on 3.0, 3.1, this is even late to me at 3.2. I just did it because I was rolling and not finding anything that looked like tempo, and I just needed to buy something. It's a good play. It's just this dagger, because you think if you get it on 3.0, it steals that fight, 3.1, 3.2, you know, 1, 2, 3 through 4, 1, 2, 3 through 5. It's got 9 chances to scale. It'll be about 30-30. Somewhere between 20-20, 30-30. When you get up to 6, if you find a dog to stick that on, it's good. It's just, the later you get it, the less value it is to do as an early game play. And it's a pretty expensive early game play in that it costs you a mana and 4 gold when you're looking to put a unit on your board. It's good. I just want to talk about the Vampire Dagger because I think strategically I underlooked it. Yuck was the one who figured it out before me and told me, hey, you know, if you put that thing and you just store it up and then you get a good boy later, that's pretty good. And I went, oh no, you're right. I never thought about that. But it's also easy to over extrapolate. Like it's only 15, 15, 20, 20, 30, 30 in stats. Like it's good. There are things that you're going to buy in one card that are going to do that and more when you get to level 6. What happens if you charge stars when there's no space? You just don't get them right? Usually, I think it adds the attack of the star you're charging to an existing star that you already have charged. So I keep an eye on it the next time you do it, but I think the attack of one of your existing stars will go up. I don't want a cat choir. I don't, because if I cat choir, that means I got to buy a billion cats, and I don't necessarily want to buy a billion cats. I'm going to pass. Just watching me figure out how to dodge cats as much as possible. I don't like any of this stuff much, though, either. I'm not finding anything that looks all that exciting yet. I don't have any angels. I mean, I didn't find a single cat box. That was what I talked about as probably the best of the best I could have got. Let's just buff ranged. It's fine. I need to get rid of this Sword Squire in position 7, but played 12 lobbies, won 2 of them. Both involved multiple Good Boys. I think that says more about that being the easiest comp for me to port from my SBB experience and Good Boy being overly powerful here. Yeah. I would agree with that strat. Good Boy here, because it only buffs 3 things, is not OP. But if you get the right setup going into it, it can certainly win a lobby. Like, as you have seen, yeah. That's going to be a thing, though, is like, a lot of us who got into this instantly because it resembles in, you know, many small parts Storybook Brawl. And we were all missing it quite a bit. And with that, I have found, at least it seems to me, that there is a weight of expectation that has been brought across with that too, where we all have, you know, I got just short of 3,000 hours of Storybook Brawl, right? 2,900 gameplay hours of just clicking buttons, casting spells, angling toward the late game, getting into top 2 1v1s, all of that stuff. So there's so much embedded into, you know, just my subconscious, honestly, really, where some of these things that I'm doing and like plays and things, I don't even think about them anymore because I thought about them over a year ago and I embedded them into my thought process. And let's take the Hellhound. So I just think that's going to be a tricky part for this game in general, is just the constant, I keep saying weight of expectation, but it really kind of feels like that to me. You expect this game to work like the game that you played a ton of, because in large part it kind of does. Little Billy Joel for your ears there, K-Prince. You were just under 2,400. Yeah, it's impossible. And it's not that the game wants to necessarily be a million miles away from, right? Like, it definitely wants to be an homage or you know, its own entity that carries on the legacy in some way. You know, these are all just me talking too. It's not like anybody's told me that. It's not like Lara specifically has told me any of that. I'm just a lot of speculation. Hard work and haymaking. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky to rock a rhyme that's right on time. It's tricky. Let's take the hard work and haymaker, because I have the Hellhound that kind of makes it more like I might be willing to grab a Corgi. I might be thinking about a tyrannical Nero in a couple of turns. Stuff like that. Let's take another Hellhound. That just buffs the Hellhounds I got. The haymaker at this moment is not that great. Oh, wait. I don't really care about you. I don't really care about you. Oh, I don't have any mana for you. Well, I wanted to buy a chameleon. No, I did not. I wanted to buy a spell. I screwed up. I don't care about plus 1-0 permanently on acolytes that I'm going to get rid of later in lieu of the dogs that I'm rolling for at the moment. I'm just going to see these 2 more shops. Forgot to cast the XP that took all of my mana away the next turn. You know what? I could take a 1-cost item and lock up Narcissus. I could use a level 5 treasure. So the Vampire Dagger, unfortunately you can't see on Consti because Consti always resets its stats, but at the start of every fight, it takes 2/2 from the unit you have it on and puts it on the dagger. So the dagger starts at a 3/3, it's now a 9/9. That means it's stolen 3 turns, right? 6/6 worth of stats from the Consti. Reason you like it on Consti is it steals stats from Consti, and instead of losing them, Consti just goes, nah, I'm a 7/7, just resets. So kind of one of the big cool things you can do with it, right? So you're seeing now I just hit level 5. I've got a 9/9 dagger. By the time I get to level 6, it should be about a 15/15 dagger. When I get to level 6, if I get a cool tempo piece that cares about a stat buff, I can give it another 16/16 right off the bat. Now, it will be stealing that unit's stat, so it doesn't... It won't make it any bigger beyond what it is right now, right? Because it'll just kind of level off at a certain point. But Joe Joester, thank you for the follow. Or is it Joe Joestar? Joe, thanks for the follow. Corgi, I think does, yeah. Let's double check, but I think it does. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I think it's probably primarily designed because you get the dagger on 3 and you get Consti on 3. Like, I think it's meant for this, to do that little combo. I think that's the intent. And that said, the dagger itself is not necessarily a dwarf item in my mind. 1-cost items and pouches are dwarf items in my mind. Expensive items are dwarf items in my mind, but I don't feel the need to have a vampire dagger on every dwarf board. I feel the need to play a vampire dagger when I get one super early on level 3 and have something that I can start like... But the problem is, like, if I put it on the hardworking haymaker, the hardworking haymaker will lose all of the stats until it goes down to a 0-1. If the dagger doesn't have permanent stats to steal, it won't steal any. If it runs out of stats to take, it's not going to take them. And it's specifically permanent stats, so actually hardworking haymaker only has 6 foreign permanent stats, meaning the dagger has even fewer stats it can steal. Allegory of the Dave, yo. Some of this stuff, you know, it's not even, you know, I played a lot of hours of this so far, right? Because I was enjoying it and I was beta testing and I was having a good time, but some of this stuff, I didn't even figure it out. People told me, right? I had to see somebody else do it or take somebody else's good idea. Double succubus. Not at the moment. Oh, let's definitely destroy a character for an experience. All right, I think I'll upgrade my little shield to a big shield. It's not really important. Probably rolling a shop would have even been better there, but I don't care. Hit button. It's funny because it's similar to SBB. I feel like I should be a competent, I should be as competent, not good as I was at SBB, but I don't know the characters, the heroes, the treasures. I have no idea how the stars work, but yeah, should be just as good at this. Strat, you might have been here when I said it, but I did say it earlier, and I'm going to keep saying it. I think it took me about 75 hours to recognize the art, and then by the art alone go, oh, okay, I know what that's going to do. So don't feel too bad. It takes some moment here. But do know that a lot of your skill set is going to naturally transition over. Mortician's Crypt, thank you for the raid. Hello, Morticians and Raiders. How you doing, by the way, Dave? Good to see you. You love the Horse Thief unit? You played a whole game with it before you realized? Oh, Vamp Dagger's on Tempe, yeah. Honestly, Tempe is like my least favorite dwarf when I'm playing dwarves. I know it gives you a 5 treasure and you want the anticipating drums, you want that dynamic entrance, but a lot of times if my dwarf game is going well enough that I don't have to play a Tempe, I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to skip that Tempe. All right, we're level 6 and I need to, if I'm playing into dog stuff, I need to find dog stuff right away, but really what I need is a big powerful piece. Nocturne is not floating the boat at the moment. Enjoying the chill Fairytale auto chess streams again. Yeah, Zach. I'm just enjoying having this game. Somebody gave me this game a couple years ago, and I got to play it, and it got taken away from me. Now I got it back. It looks a little different, but this is the auto battler that I like. This is the one I wanted. You know, this is the one I want. Well. I need a duelist if I want to do anything with that. I don't think I'll die here. If I want to get dog stuff, I can't be buying that. Like, I have to find dog stuff right away. This is one of the first, like, real power pieces I'm finding, but in and of itself, it's not much tempo. It's just really good for other stages. Well, we can take another hound and another haymaker. I'm going to take scam from the random spell here. I really want to find a tyrannical Nero and a herding dog, and then maybe a good boy. I didn't see a single proud corgi. I don't know, I'm going to play the spell. Hello, Mr. Purveyor of Fine Horses. Nice to see you streaming again. It's nice to be streaming again, Hound. Oh, hey, Hound Archon. If you checked out my stream title, you might see an exclamation point FTF Wiki. I didn't do it. I didn't make it. I didn't even make the command. I put it in my stream title today because I was like, you know what? I bet folks at home might have trouble following along at times because there is no overlay, right? There's nothing like the untap. There's nothing like Rashi's tracker. None of that. So I can't give you an overlay, but I can give you the wiki. Strat, allegedly. Come on. Dave, I appreciate that. I've been having a lot of fun with this. Last week, you know, this weekend when we did the tourney, I had a lot of fun with that. And then I just intend to have a lot of fun with this moving forward. I'm ready to have some fun again, you know. I didn't get the same satisfaction streaming. I love roguelikes and strategy games and deck builders and that stuff. I didn't realize that I wasn't really going to love streaming them a whole lot. I don't know what it was. There's something about the PvP element of this. There's something about the choice points being finite, right? Like, we want to be building towards something. Right now, I think I want to be building towards something with dogs and food, right? I got the herding dog. I want to get Tyrannical Nero. We're all making these decisions and like navigating the game the best we can, all with our own differing opinions. But at the end of the day, the clock runs out and you're out of time, right? At some point, you're going to run out of time. And whatever happened, happened, and you just got to live with it. And I kind of like that aspect of this style game too, is just like, you know, we can sit here and we can speculate and we can, I think that was part of playing deck builders, was people had all the time in the universe to argue with my misplays. Here, you know, we're just kind of make the best decisions we think we can with the information we have available, move on. You know what I should do? I was selling to buy the soul absorption so that I could eat my Narcissus, but I should check and see if I feel like I need it. It's a big magical fox, and those fluffs are going to be even bigger than that this turn. They're probably going to be closer to 30 health a pop. If the fluffs are 30-30 and that fox is a 50-50, I think I'm still going to heal. I hate that I'm eating Narcissus to do it, but it's 5 health, and I think 5 health is relevant. Max damage you can take in this game is 20. We'll see if I get smacked by the Puff Puffs here, Zach. Yeah. I don't know. I was also talking to a friend and thinking about like cutting up, you know, I posted a couple of dwarf videos already. So thinking about how to sort of like more targeted than just a stream segment clip sort of deal. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Video editing is not my favorite thing in the universe. Hence why, look, I appreciate everybody who watches my YouTube, and I definitely think that that is going to be a very key factor in keeping me streaming, which is, you know, and I'm definitely perfectly content to contribute to it. That said, I put a lot of effort into scripting my edits in a way that I don't have to spend a whole bunch of effort cutting videos, because video editing has not been my favorite of the things to do in the streaming universe. So I don't know. I'm tempted to how to, and I'm also aware of myself. Oh, Corgi. I've been at this position 3 fights. I received 200% buff during the fight. Currently, we're definitely taking another good dog. I think we got a Nero more than Corgi. What are we up against? Scout. Oh, it's all food. The Food Wars. Oh, we got a range-determined plowman. Yeah, maybe I do take a Corgi. It just gets big buffs. Does it? It doesn't look like it does anything with the Vampire Dagger at this moment, right? It's just adding, so I can't tell here. I don't know when the fight starts, because it analyzes if it's been there at the start of the combat, right? And then it goes, okay, time to do math. How big do I get? Let's throw the Lightning Strike. I kind of like it. Boost. No. Nah, none of this either. Meh. Alrighty. We should all spend money on this game so they can pay for art. Grapefruit? It's probably as good a way to get the art refreshed as any, is put a couple of bucks in the developer's pocket. Fluff pivot. Ma'am? Do you know how many fluffs you need to make a fluff board? Do you know how many fluffs it takes to get to the Tootsie Roll Center of fluff stats? It's more than 1 fluff liter. I'll tell you that much. At least 1. The journey of 1,000 fluffs begins with 1. I am concerned. Artemis is a strong late game hero if you have a competent board, and that board looked like it could do stuff. This doesn't need to move. No, it's just evil on a good board. Honestly, I should... Oh, no, I don't have time to swap them. Should put the Acolyte back on and take the Hellhound off. The Hellhound doesn't need to be there. It's not getting anything. Well, no, it's not getting anything specific. It's worse than arranged in this spot. I left it on 1. I didn't know if because I didn't know how big their food stat buff was going to be at the start. I knew they were going to get one, but I didn't know what it was going to be. I wasn't sure if the lightning bolt was going to be big enough to take something out, and it left it on 1. Well, they were the highest health in the lobby. Not now. Still more than me, but hey. We don't focus on that. More herding dog, more hardworking haymaker, more tyrannical Nero. I don't even have any tyrannical Nero. More double entrance. It's pretty good, but I think I need a Nero. Oh, it's a ghost. Wait, it's not a weak ghost though. They don't have Archangel on this board, and the board didn't change because, you know, they got KO'd. They can't change it. This is not the strongest of turns, spending 12 on that. However, if I get Tyrannical Nero and I can double Nero's entrance effect to do a double buff, I'm going to be real happy I had that. Also, like I said, that really has no benefit being on the board because I'm not playing any other evils. It just happens to be a dog. Galahad's buff? You talking about Fafnir? What? I need to finish Baldur's Gate 3 so I can get back to delivery. What? Zach? I'm confused. Let's just look for more dogs. You know, I guess if I have an opportunity to maybe get a freebie against a ghost, healing wouldn't be the end of the world. Tyrannical Nero. If I haven't been... See, now I'm happy I picked up that entrance item because now I have it ready. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 gold that I could happily make. You can almost count that as a 5th. Yeah, this good boy is down to 2/2 permanent stats. So I could put the dagger on this one. Wait, how did it not lose all of its permanent? Does the dagger steals 2/2 permanently from my wearer? It used to be from permanent. Is the dagger just stealing from any of the stats at this point? Is that how that works? And I'm not quick on the uptake apparently. Huh. Is Mage's Spells an actual comp in the game? I've tried it a couple of times and it just didn't seem to come together at all. It is Sir Strat and you need treasures. The thing is, past turn 15, the scaling changes. The amount of pieces that fit together and work together that people can find. I think it really feels like turn 15 to me is a cutover point, you know, like a breakaway where the scaling gets different. Past turn 15, if you're playing a mage comp that's only relying on casting a few spells and no big treasure effects, you're not getting extra mana, you're not getting extra spells per turn, you're not getting like double up spells. You need treasures to get there with mages. Mages can get there, but you need treasures. All right, Tyrannical Nero it is. Well, it's interesting. We've all decided that Tyrannical Nero goes between 1 and 7, right? Because they're furthest away. But it could be between 4 and 5. No, it's got to be 1 and 7. I think I'll start it on the back line. And we definitely want to get the double entrance effect on Nero. I'll hover over that in just a second. Let me finish buying for a moment. Oh, another Corgi. Corgi needs to move. Oh, Corgi needs to really move. Go up there. I don't think I need another Corgi. I'm debating the Icarus wings. I don't think I need that either. I think I need to triple the Haymaker and get a treasure here. Or maybe even find a farmer. Another herding dog would be really nice. Another Nero would be really nice. There we go. Haymaker triple's good. Doubling Hero's power doesn't seem that good. 15 attack doesn't seem... None of these seem... I want to re-roll to go after anticipating drum roll. I'm going to do it. I was debating if it made sense to do it, but I think it does. I think anticipating drum roll is just too good. Too good to ignore it. Wait, I want to hover... Yeah, it's only got 1/3 impermanent now, but it was a 2/2. It's like the dagger is... It ran out of attack. I want to put it on the other good boy now so it can, you know, steal stats from something else. I want the dagger to keep growing if it can keep growing. Why not? Let's throw an Acolyte back down because it is still a ranged character and that's still relevant in that ranged is cheat. 2 attack is not relevant on the hero for tying up fights at the moment. I will laugh if I actually just need 2 attack to get a tie, but it should not be relevant. Permanent attack, meh. I need a mirror fairy, not a witch queen Hecate. Death Stranding is jokingly referred to as delivery sim. I didn't know that. Man, how did I... What? You can beat BG3, but can you really finish it? Most of my friends have beaten it like 7 times. Wow. I was in the middle of playing Death Stranding when BG3 came out. Then I had an RP season start. Wait. Oh, this is the food board, but not as big as mine. Okay. Mages can basically never outscale the exponential comps. Well, so they can, but I think you need a level 7 treasure. Or is it... The level 8 treasure is when you cast a spell, cast it 14 times. If you get the level 7 treasure that when you cast a spell on one of your characters, cast it on all of your characters, I think you can outscale with that treasure, but you may specifically need that treasure to keep up with some of the comps in this game. Like, that may be the only way that you outscale. I think you can outscale that way, but I think that may be the only way. Oh yeah, we get all sorts of food stats, so we definitely want a double dying breath on the herding dog. The herding dog gives a buff to... So the way... Oh, and I said I was going to hover Nero, and then I don't know. I got distracted again by talking about stuff. Imagine getting distracted by talking about stuff. You know what? I want to look at the treasure. Oh, you know what? I want that treasure. Magic bean, sign me up. Let's talk about Nero for a second. Ranged entrance. If I haven't been at this position in the last one fight, give your dogs 5/4 food stats for every position I am away from my position in the last fight. Currently active and 6 away. So this is slot 1. That's slot 7. So Nero goes between slot 1 and 7 back and forth alternating because it wants to be 6 slots away to give 6 instances of 5/4 to all the dogs. So Nero gives 30/24 to all the dogs, right? Corgi gets triple that. Whatever you throw on the Corgi gets tripled. And then the herding dog says, give your characters with food stats greater than 0 my stats times 1 for the fight, but not as food stats, right? So Nero gives all your dogs food stats, and then herding dog goes, oh, okay, anybody who's got food stats, you can have all my food stats as additional stats. And then Haymaker is also over here giving out some food stats. So Acolyte, everybody will start with food stats, including Acolyte, even though Acolyte is not a dog. And then when the herding dog pops, that's a lot of stat share. And then, of course, when the good boys pop, they share their stats with up to 3 good characters, which is pretty nice having some decent goods on the back line. It's a whole thing. Well, the fun thing with the mages is if you get a really strong mage build going, your big problem is like big stars and stuff. Stars can charge up, 2, 3, 4, 5. The stars can get really strong. Mages typically don't have any extra summons. So if you want to win with a mage board, you have to think about your health pool. In this game, you really kind of just have to think about your health pool. And like in some cases, it's the number of characters you have, right? Because someone could Barbarossa an upgraded duelist and drop in 2 brave little tailors and potentially scam 2 things on your board in one board slot for a Barbarossa, 3 bench slots, but in 1 board slot, they might be able to fit 2 things that could take out 2 of your things. So when you've got like a mage board, you've got usually a book and you got a couple of high attack, low health shooters in the back, and you have like 1 or 2, you have an owl, you have a witch queen Hecate, you got a couple of things that, later on get up to about 1,000, but things can take out thousands in stat builds. It's not necessarily a problem. I don't think there's any aura involved in the making of this production. It's all dying breath. Not a single one of these. It's all entrance and dying breath. Oh, I can't move Nero until I pick this. I would normally pick up something like double your auras. I want to get more Neros. Mirror Fairy's not an aura. I think I'm just going to Piece of Infinity because it's actually good on the good boy. Just more stat share. Okay. Let's not trade heroes. There are some good ones, but I can't think of any off the top of my head that I'd want more than a tyrannical Nero. Oh, multiply permanent HP by 2. What are you at? 1. What are you at? 3. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Multiplying permanent HP by 2 business. Oh, and you need to move. And you need to be there. You need to be there. You need to be there. Kind of want you on the back line. I kind of think maybe, just maybe, you're going to be the one that saves me, and after all, you're my Wonderwall. I mean, if the Royal Phoenix can catch a whole bunch of stats here, that thing can get big. But with the amount of scam that you can stack into a single board in this game, just stats like this makes me nervous. No matter how big I get. I wonder... Yeah, we got a mage build here, but the tricky part here is... you got Seer Stone, an additional spell. These aren't... What you need specifically, Strat, you need the mage treasures that give you extra mana. Because casting 2 spells a turn, you cannot... A mage board cannot be built off 2 spells a turn and get real big. It just doesn't work. It does not. It's not enough. You know what? Whatever. Let's take that. I don't think I want the Fisher and the Flounder. I might take it later, but I really want to get more Neros. Your board positioning gets really wonky when you get Fisher and Flounder, and it's hard to shuffle everything around. Here's a cast a combat spell for each mage you have. Kicked my butt the other day. Scammed your pirate board. Yeah, see? People are really not digging Pirate Monkey right now, but it's just interesting in that things are still going to change. This is a big board. I mean, that's a big mage board. It fought up well. So now we just need a Mirror Fairy instead of this range. Yeah. Instead of the Mirror Fairy, I grabbed the Royal Phoenix, but I'm going to get some more of these. I don't know. There's 2 of them in the shop. I'm interested. Oh, and I just won that fight, too. Do the walk. Oh, but this is saving all kinds of numbers, huh? Do the walk on. Boo, 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 boo. Woohoo. I could organize things this way. I need to... Can we just get like a triple good boy here real quick? Be all right? Nah? Anybody seen a triple good boy in the shop? Triple. Or already determined auras. This is the only one I know by sight because the other 3 all look the same to me. The double boost, double dying breath, double entrance, double aura is unique to me because it's got a different shape. The other ones, all 3 of the other double up items, I see them and I think they're the same item. Do the walk on my... Oh, I need this. That's the most incredible thing I could find. Ditch that. And let's not play that. How do I want to do this now? I kind of don't want to play these corgis that much. I'm going to grab... This is not usual, but I think I want the herding dogs going because they buff everybody. I want them popping quick. But I don't want a backline good boy. But I don't want a backline herding dog. I could put Tyrannical Nero in there, but it messes up the whole buff sequence, so I just got to do it this way. What's up, Falco? No, I'm playing dogs. There's not a boost on this board. Is this... Falco, is this to be our relationship on stream? I noticed it as I was working on my video edits. Is it to be that you show up and tell me the comp that you want to see? Hey, what about... I'm not mad. I'm just curious. Is that going to be... That's going to be what it is from now on, right? You're going to be like, I got this comp on my mind. What about this comp? Falco, it's good to see you, dude. I hope you're good. Boop, 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 boop. You played the game by now? Oh, okay. I don't remember. I was a little snarky with you yesterday. I don't remember exactly what I don't know. Falco. If I ever stop giving you a hard time, I don't know. Something went wrong, I guess. Where? Oh, wow. I get minus 100 a lot of their good stuff. This goes back here. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. These don't really matter where they go, but I want to slow the Phoenix down so it gets as many good boy buffs as possible. I really wanted to triple one of the dogs here. Maybe get another Tyrannical Nero. Could heal up a whole bunch, but I don't think that's the most important thing at the moment. Wow, that's good. No matter which one I copy, that's good. That's just good. I take the Doppelganger Diamond so often these days, man. I say these days, the game's been out for 4 days, 5 days. Take the Dom, so I can't stop myself from playing that Doppelganger Diamond so often these days. The older you get, the more you find yourself taking Doppelganger Diamonds. Back then I was confused by stars. Oh, I see. Like how the hero attacks smooth out a lot of the early game damage without making your choices totally irrelevant. I thought it was weird until I actually played a few rounds. That one also has been a source of contention here and there, Grapefruit. There's some people... I talked about it a little bit on Friday. I do have a bit of a... I think the game slowed down a little bit when they changed upgraded damage from 3 to 2. So it's like if you got the hero attack and you got upgraded damage from 3 to 2... It's a lot of things to kind of help smooth all this out. Oh, baby, those are big numbers. All right, all right, all right. Can I just say, woof, woof.